What's up, YouTube? Free Swimmer here. This is a very big day. This is the final portion of the test fill. This is make or break time. I went ahead and started on this and topped it off about 20 minutes ago is when I got topped off. And I stopped right there because I want to show how hard I worked and how detailed and level I wanted this to be. You can see that's the little bit of the gap that I did. I just stopped right there. On actual final fill operation, it'll be an inch higher because there's 2 inches of glass, so I'm going to go another inch up the glass. And over here on this side, and those are my test dummies, we'll call them. I'm going to have my Stockman overflows there, and those are just my temporary blocks. They are street 90s going in to the bulkhead, coming out, and then I've just got a short piece of 1.5 inches with a cap on both of those. And there's another view of the level of this tank. And as you can see, the water is all the way up there. And on the back, I put some dummy plugs. These are dry fit. These are just dummy plugs. And there's no water coming through where they're just twisted into the bulkhead. But I wanted to do this and bring them up higher than the water level, so that way no water could possibly get out of these or get into these from the inside or the outside. I just wanted to do the test fill. And I'm going to say something that's very important. One of the most important things, if not the most important thing next to sealing a tank for strength and waterproofing and making it last. This is a piece of angle. It's a heavy gauge aluminum. This is an angle. And it's tied into the stand with 2 screws there. And I got this piece here, which I'm going to have several pieces along the back and the opening screwed and glued just like I did my trim. One there, one there, one there, and one on the other side of the bulkhead. And this pretty much in my experience with building tanks, this being my 7th plywood and so far successful plywood aquarium build. There's 4 ways you can do this in my opinion. The way I'm going to do this is I'm going to have my pieces going up and down. My trim gives that, and what it's going to do is this trim here is going to be the exact same when I get this all set up in the house. It's going to be the exact same as the back. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have angle like that one going all the way down to the floor and all the way up, and it ties in. I tap drill it with a bit, and it goes right into my Euro bracing. Be 4 of these right here going all the way down from there with the trim pushing against this and tying into this stand, and that is going to keep the back from bowing. A lot of people do it with just the trim boards. I've seen it work with 24-inch tank water depth. It's not the most pressure. I would not suggest that if you're going to go 36 or even 30 inches or above that. I wouldn't suggest just doing trim boards, unless of course you went on the inside, which I didn't do on this build. I have done on other builds. You screw from the inside through this into the other piece, so you're essentially making it 1.5 inches thick. If you're doing that, that gives you enough strength. I have confidence in that going to 30 inches, 36 inches. But a lot of people do 2x3s, just like framing a wall. Do 2x3s all along here. That works. 2x4s. Overkill, that works. I'm going to do the angles. It's lightweight, it doesn't take up a lot of space, and it's very strong, and this doesn't take up... I don't have any fear of this being huge pressure. I mean, right now I'm testing it with 1. I'm not especially worried about it, but I just wanted to share ideas of building the back of this thing. The glass is extremely rigid on the front. It's the odds of it bowing. I mean, I have actually heard of glass bowing, but that's when you're getting very tall. If you were going to go 36 inches or whatever, you go with a thicker glass. I'd go with a 3/4 inch glass rather than a 13 mil, which is a little bit more than half an inch. And then something else that I do that I don't know if anybody else does, but if they do, good idea. On the top frame here, going all the way from front to back, I'm going to have angle just like this. Not from front to back, from about 6-foot piece going from this side here to that side over there, and it's going to overlap. It's going to be screwed in, and then this is going to be screwed in, all attached to the Euro bracing, and it's going to have another piece 6 foot across on the front, and I'm going to have braces going across. I'm going to have 4 braces going across. That will make this impossible to bow at all, and it'll give me a place to have my lids in between, because it's the way I'm going to set it up. I'm going to have my plywood. I'm going to get another sheet of plywood and cut it with pieces going across, and then I'm going to have the small braces on top of that, which will give my, just like a recess and a plastic Euro frame, or a frame that you get for a normal glass aquarium. Your glass lids fit into it. That's what I'm going to be doing with my metal going across, and the glass will fit on there, and that'll be my dividers per each glass lid. But I just want to share this little technical talk. If it helps anybody, if anybody has any questions, don't hesitate. And we're going to let this sit here for another day or two, but I'm feeling pretty confident we've achieved what we wanted. We've got our water full. The fish inside know it's coming. They're excited, so I'm going to go have another talk with them, show them this video, and watch them flip their fins all over the place. I know that's corny. Oh well. Have a great day, everybody. Later.